Hello, Mother. This is Half Mental with your Game 5 live stream. I'm Dan.
I'm Holt. This is the show that's...
Oh, yeah. We'll do this part.
This is a show that's 90% baseball and the other half mental. I'm Holt. This is Dan. We got Game 5 on. And my Astros in 6 is holding up real nicely right about now. I can tell that we're officially live. So
we got a lapse time, so we're feeling good.
That was worrying me. We're going to crack a beer. Thanks for joining us.
We are in the third inning of a Scherzer-Cole matchup.
No, we're not.
I know.
Okay, I thought...
I know.
Good joke. Dan's got jokes tonight.
Man, I saw it at 4:30. I don't know what time you saw it. Max Scherzer, who pitched some game in July with a broken nose, was too injured to pitch tonight.
Yeah.
He was fighting back in neck spasms yesterday and woke up and they were too bad.
How do you think he's dealing with this?
I don't know.
Do you think that he's in like a padded room right now?
I mean...
And I mean this with all due respect, obviously.
Yeah. It's just imagine this. So I mean, this was the take all over baseball Twitter. Imagine how much pain he had to be in.
Yeah.
To tell his manager that he couldn't pitch.
Agreed.
But they're hoping he can pitch Game 7.
Sorry, guys.
I think Holt's setting up comments.
I'm trying to see if we can see the comments.
Somebody shoot us a comment. There were a couple of people watching, so that shouldn't be too hard, maybe.
Yeah, someone just like, you can even just say hi. Mike's working. Hola.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay, got it. We can see the comments. I thought we could see who was watching.
We've done that. That happened the first time, I think.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyways.
We got DPJ, fan of the show, friend of the show, more important, host.
Yeah, the true host of the show. So we had Joe Ross get the start tonight, who, as I was thinking about in my head, I realized I was thinking of Tyson Ross, who's a different person.
That's right. Two different people.
Two totally different people. But he gave up a home run. I heard the name on I was listening to it on my way here. I heard the name. I just lost it. Sorry, guys.
So someone hit a home run. That's why it's 2-0? Mm-hmm. I haven't been able to catch any of it. I was doing dad stuff, which cut me out of the first couple innings of this game.
Well, let's do a recap of the week. The Nationals.
So, when we first left off, the World Series hadn't even started yet.
Right.
And we were at predictions.
Everyone felt real good about the Astros, naturally.
What was your prediction?
I think I said Astros. I might have said 5.
Yeah.
Which is obviously already not the case.
Astros in 5. I said Astros in 6, which keeps...
Could be possible.
Which keeps with this theme of like Holt's really good at predicting things.
Holt's the smart one. That's.
But games 1 and 2 blew everybody's mind. I think even like I'm sure the Astros fans that watch this show were probably getting a little nervous.
Yeah, I would have been nervous.
Yeah, I mean you throw your two best pitchers
Cole
out.
and Verlander got beat at home as the Nationals took a 2-0 lead. Back to DC.
And, like, beat pretty, like, convincingly, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the second game, they scored, like, 13 runs.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But you definitely got the feeling I got the feeling that wasn't going to hold. The Astros wouldn't just, like, go away. And here we are.
So it's the...
Tied. This is the worst show ever.
I believe there have only been 3 World Series where the road team has won 4 games. And it's like 96 and whatever, 1920 something. So actually, if the Astros win tonight, it will be the first World Series in which the road team won the first 5 games. which would be
Wait
cool.
a second. What?
The first World Series in which the road team won the first 5 games. So a home team hasn't won a game.
Got it. Whoa. I was like, so are you coming up with these? Okay.
So in baseball, so if you're the home team.
All right. I got it.
You watch baseball, right?
I've heard of it. All right. Right now we got an adorable. We've got an adorable BMW commercial on. What if all the games are won by the away team?
It would have never happened before.
Would have never happened before. What's up, Surf USA? Is this your first time to join a live stream?
It might be.
I think you mentioned something about this last week.
We're messing with the audio a little bit.
Am I right? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the audio. We just got some feedback that it's not great.
And we only want the best.
Yeah.
For all 3 of you.
We're here for you.
We need to talk about, again, not to get too tied up in the current game, although...
we should. I'm
although
going
it's
to
super
send a
great.
text. I apologize.
Justin Verlander's fielding of the bunt in his Game 2 start.
Oh, yeah, the throw
was
off
just the greatest thing ever. Yeah, so he fielded a bunt and stumbled and fell and still tried to throw to first base, but threw the ball directly into his shin.
Did you see the reaction from Yu Darvish?
Yeah, Yu Darvish, I mean...
Almost immediately, it seemed like.
That guy is so good at Twitter. It's unbelievable. So, 3 years ago, Verlander tagged Darvish in something, like a silly play that Darvish had that was like, hey, man, you're not helping with the pitchers aren't athletes thing. And so as soon as Verlander had a play that made him look stupid, Darvish was all over him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious. And also, the play, even though it's Justin Verlander, so he's going to, we talk about it a lot, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I hope something goes right for Justin.
Yeah, when
someday.
he threw the ball off his foot, I was like, is there anything else in this guy's life that could go wrong?
He's had such a rough... I'm going to drive this bit off the cliff. I hope I do it for the rest of my life.
So right now, Alex Bregman is batting, which is a good segue into the Alex Bregman part of our show, which is the new.
Are we giving him we're giving him a whole?
He's a very polarizing baseball player for me.
Is he polarizing? For you, you are personally torn, or you feel like the world has.
I don't think I'm alone in that.
Okay.
He is as confident as you can come, which is great. I'm not. But I think that comes with people being like, all right.
He's got a real eye for the camera.
He does.
That guy loves the dugout cam.
He always knows where it is.
And he's good at it too. He's funny
Right.
most of the time. So he came up yesterday. Were you getting to this at bat?
No.
Okay, you go ahead then.
So in game 2,
okay,
he took a Strasburg. Actually, I believe it was the first changeup that Strasburg threw that game.
Really?
And he hit it a country mile.
Which is longer.
Which is longer than an actual mile.
Yeah.
Shorter than 2 miles still. And he totally pimped it. I have no problem with that. Never have, never will.
Yeah.
But I did see some stuff on Twitter that was sort of made me laugh. Again, if we've got any other Astros fans, you're not
Ross has him
this
at a
part.
full count right now. No out in the fourth.
Oh, yeah, let's check this out. Oof. Foul ball. But he goes in the dugout, makes eye contact with the camera, and does his thing. Do you know what that is? I don't really know what that is.
What was it? Did he flash? Did he flash a four
did this,
for a
yeah.
4-bagger?
And he was
is that what he did?
Oh yeah, I guess that.
I think
makes
that's
sense.
what it was. I think I read what that was.
Oof, that's a great question.
I can't believe nautical miles are different than real miles. I honestly don't understand that at all.
I think nautical miles and country miles are pretty similar, honestly.
See, I thought a nautical mile was shorter than.
Oh.
I thought it went foot, yard, meter, nautical mile, mile.
There you have it.
Country mile. 2 miles.
There you have it. Thanks for joining, Justin.
Yeah. Really good to have Justin back on the live stream.
So I saw then Bregman had a really rough. Bregman and the Astros had a really rough. I think it was like 8th inning.
The 7th.
Bregman 7th inning. Bregman had 2 errors.
Oh, you're talking about his. Okay, sorry.
And so I saw a lot of like people on Twitter being like, "How many runs did I just cost my team or whatever?" And
he's doing
the
the
gif
forward.
of him going like this.
Yeah. So that was game 2.
Yes.
That he had his errors? Okay.
But I guess he was struggling quite a bit this postseason. Oh, look at this. Nautical mile.
1.007
And
miles.
country mile? Survey says.
Come here for soft baseball takes and topography information. I don't know if that's the right classification.
Typography?
Topography. All right.
Country mile.
Weird.
Well, there you have it.
So we were wrong on both
And
fronts, I think.
that's it for the show tonight.
We've given you all the information.
We're not going to be able to top that.
Bregman got out. I didn't see what happened.
I think he grounded out. Bregman then... Oh, he was not hitting well up until that game. He hit the bomb that I talked about. And it's kind of like seemingly uncorked his bat.
Yeah, you could describe him as locked in.
He's locked in. Hit a grand slam last night.
So
he's wearing the same outfit to games now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
really
into
great.
that.
I know.
love that.
That's a really good move. He's got the same entrance outfit.
Is the audio any better? Should I move my mic down my shirt?
So I want to frame this game or inning 7 at bat from last night. Fernando Rodney, I'll just handle this, guys. Fernando Rodney, who is like 44 years old or something like that.
He's the oldest guy in the game right now. I think it's 46.
Is he actually 46?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Good for that guy. But he's pitched a lot this World Series, despite not being that great this season, honestly. But he came up with the pitcher before him had given up a couple base runners, and then I think he walked the first guy he faced. And it brought Bregman up with the bases loaded. Was that a home run?
No.
Okay.
Foul ball.
Rodney got a first pitch strike on him and then threw a beautiful second pitch, 93 mile an hour. I think it was like a cutter, maybe a two-seamer, that just nipped the bottom inside corner of the strike zone. And Bregman hit it 400 feet.
Yeah.
For a grand slam.
I did notice.
That sealed the game. It was a good pitch.
I know. I did notice how good the pitch was.
I mean, if Bregman's going to hit that pitch out, then he's going to hit a pitch out, you know?
Yeah.
That's just one of those.
Sometimes you got to just tip your cap.
That's baseball.
To the batter,
yeah.
You know? Half mental tip of the cap to Alex Bregman.
Hope it helps, Alex.
That was the coolest thing we've done in a long time.
The synced tip of the cap.
We got Jordan Alvarez up to bat.
Houston had so Alvarez has not hit well in the ALCS. And so they had a choice because he's a terrible fielder. He's been their DH. But they put him in left field tonight. He did not start last night.
Got it. So who are they DHing?
They're not DHing
because
they're playing in the
National
Park. Well, and like the Nationals actually had a similar, like Howie Kendrick's playing second tonight.
Mm-hmm. That didn't work out well in the division series.
Yeah.
He made a lot of errors. But
not a good second baseman anymore.
Hit a game-winning grand slam that eliminated the best team in baseball from the playoffs. So, I guess it paid off. Nautical mile. Huh?
Oh, Alvarez hit the home run.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That clicked because I thought that when I saw that he hit it. What a big baseball boy.
Yeah, he is very big. I'm not so sure about the other things, but he's big.
Juan Soto turned 21 a couple days ago.
He seems to be struggling a little bit.
He had a couple rough plays in the field, too.
How have we not talked about this? Did you see Greinke throw at him?
Yeah, that was on purpose, right?
Oh, my God. Are you
Just
kidding me?
1,000%.
You are adorable. Yes. He did his like shuffle crotch grab, and then Greinke threw.
He did like a really aggressive one.
Yeah, then Greinke just threw one right at his face and put him on his back. It was kind of amazing.
I know. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. We've talked a lot about how I don't like, or we don't generally like that stuff, but then you see it like that, and it's like, I don't know.
But
that's what it's for.
How you do it.
I guess so.
Like, Greinke was.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't hit him.
Right.
If he'd have hit him, it would have been terrible, right?
Yeah. So this is kind of a big pitch. Top of the fourth, 2 outs, 3-2 count. Alvarez rips it.
Through the shift. Hard ground ball through the shift. Wow.
Single. He's number 44. Best number in the numbers.
In all the numbers.
So I think you could say that Ross has already exceeded expectations.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. If he gets through 4,
going 3 2/3, giving up 2 runs.
I haven't seen his pitch count. Davey Martinez said he thought he had 75 pitches in him tonight.
Update for those local people, it's noticeably cooler tomorrow in Tulsa. Tomorrow, high of 56.
Weather, topography, and a little bit of baseball.
Yeah.
Ross is at 58 pitches, so I mean, if he can get out here and come out for the 5th, that'd be big.
How many pitches did you say he's getting?
Carlos Correa is batting 7th. Their lineup is insane.
How many pitches did you say Dave Martinez said he's getting?
75.
75.
He thought he was good for 75.
Okay. We've told this story before on this show. We've never told this story in front of a live audience. But Dan and I, the guy that's batting right now, Carlos Correa, we saw him play here in town.
Yeah.
And he just stood out. It was crazy. He just looked like a man playing with kids. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've talked about this on the show before. One of the great things about
kids. It's crazy.
I mean, as fans in a minor league baseball town, we've got the Double-A Tulsa Drillers.
Yep.
And sometimes you go and you can just tell the people that are going to be Major League Baseball players. I thought it with Colby Rasmus back in like, I don't know, 07 maybe or something.
Yeah.
And he was tiny even. It wasn't that he was like physically bigger or better.
Right.
I actually remember he looked like he was wearing his dad's pajamas or something. What was that?
Carlos Correa just took a ball with 2 strikes that was probably a strike, but he got away with it.
Oh, man.
Have you seen some of like the umpire audits that they're doing?
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah, I mean, they've been...
that's all year long or something. I just am now
that stuff's been available for a while, I think.
So sorry.
There's lots of calls for how many beers in are you? How many pots have you smoked, Justin?
Yeah, how many nautical miles have you traveled today? Thoughts on robot umps and into it. Wasn't until like the last 2 years, this time of year.
I'm into robot umps.
It's just the games are too big. They mean too much. There's too many calls missed. I mean, I will say the audit of last night's umpire, he got 91% of the calls right, which is pretty good.
Is that... Yeah, I don't know, man.
But robot ump
let's say there's 200 and...
I agree.
Let's
wait on the weeds or on
beers
the nautical miles?
What are we talking about? No, but let's say I guess this number would be available. But let's say there's 250 pitches in a game. So if they're at 91%, that means he's missing 25 pitches a game.
Yeah.
Or a little bit less.
Well, it was interesting.
He's missing 22 pitches. That's a lot.
What was interesting to see the breakdown of how many pitches went each team's way. So, like, the calls that affected each team, it was like 11 calls went the Astros' way and, like, 7 to the Nationals or whatever.
And those are big.
Huge.
And, huge. I mean, I think one of the differences, and there was a story about guys doing this. With all the video and stuff now, like, guys will, wild pitch, Alvarez down to second. Guys, if they strike out on a pitch that they don't think was a strike, they'll go watch the video, and then the next time up they'll go, hey, that last Okay, it was 4 inches outside.
Yeah.
And they'll be right. Like, they have that information, and the umps don't in real time.
Yeah, I'm for it. So, Justin, I don't know if you know this, but they're like testing it in real life now in the Atlantic League.
Yeah.
They have got like earpieces, so the calls are slightly delayed.
Very slightly. I mean,
so we also had not too long ago. I meant to talk to you about this.
A player got thrown out. Is that?
Oh my goodness! 4-0. Carlos Correa just went yakety yak.
Cool.
Looked like a hanging breaking ball that he destroyed. Tough one for the Nationals as they were a strike
They were
away
hanging in there, yeah.
from getting out of that inning twice.
That's, when you got to start Joe Ross.
Yeah. Exit velocity 100 miles an hour. That was cool. If we had rights, we'd show it to you.
Yeah. Hook us up, MLB.
Yeah. We're out here. We can't see our viewers right now, but I'm sure it's probably like some kind of screen bug because there's like too high of a count. Whoa, cool background, bro.
Thanks, man.
5.
Cool. Welcome, Five Guys.
Yeah, welcome, Five Guys. Send us some Five Guys. Anyone out there playing Outer Worlds tonight?
So, in the celebration of Carlos Correa's home run there, they showed, I believe his first name's, man, that's so cool.
I know.
They showed, I believe his first name's Robinson Chirinos, who started the last 2 games at catcher for the Houston Astros. He hit 2 home runs.
1 off the foul pole, which is always cool.
Yeah. And is not starting tonight's game. Martin Maldonado is. Which is, I think, just a good sign of the Astros' strengths.
Right.
They're going to generally play the right guys. What do you think about Bregman having the most RBIs as a third baseman in a World Series game?
So I know he had, was it 5 last night?
Yes.
I did not realize that was the most ever.
I mean, that's cool. That's a pretty specific statistic.
I mean, there's a lot of good third basemen, though.
Yeah.
That's a pretty general statement. No, that's awesome.
I mean, he was 3 for 5. He had a great game.
Yeah, when you throw a grand slam in there.
Yeah. Hard to beat.
Yeah. I don't know how long you've been on Chill Game in 64, favorite screen name.
That's right.
But have you seen that he's wearing the same outfit every day ever since the Astros started winning? I really like that. I really hope that he wears the same outfit. I mean, he has to now, right?
As long as they keep winning, he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've become, one of the unexpected things that happened this baseball season is that I've become very aware of players' outfits that they wear from the hotel to the stadium or like off the plane. Man, they always look so good.
All right. This is good. Keep going.
I mean, I think it's just like, to be young and wealthy and a professional athlete.
Right.
I mean, they get
like dressing a mannequin every day.
Yeah. They look good and they wear cool stuff because they like to show their style that way.
And they got probably got a lot of swagger.
Yeah. It's cool.
Like hot sauce in their bags.
Swag. Fashion breakdown episode. Justin, you're living in it. This is it.
That's a great off-season idea.
Yeah. We could do that.
That's a great idea. Thank you, Justin. And yes, he does work at Tesla, by the way.
Are you doxing one of our viewers right now?
What else, Stan?
Okay, so we've got the I don't know what that means.
Me neither. Don't come back.
So the Astros are up 4-0 in the middle of Game 5.
Yeah.
Basically, we're down to a best of 3 series.
It's not looking good for the Nationals.
Not looking good for the Nationals.
Although I will say this.
If you'd have told me that 3 days ago, hoping for a national Game 7 win.
That's right. I was trying to remember. You're the Diamondbacks fan. I was thinking we have a couple Astros fans, but this is I forgot.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Surf USA, that the Nationals, while you never want to be down 3-2 in a World Series, they've got their
Strasburg, and they're hoping Scherzer can pitch Game 7.
2 best guys left, so could be worse.
And the bullpen can pick up the innings tonight and have a day off.
Yep.
Corbin will pitch out of the bullpen if he has to, obviously.
Right. You might see, Strasburg out of the bullpen in Game 7.
Yeah, I think you would absolutely see it, yeah.
It's
going to get wild, I think.
I hope it does. I wouldn't mind it going a little bit longer. Although, Astros in 6 would...
I would be remiss if we didn't highlight the first draft pick in the history of the Washington Nationals franchise, Ryan Zimmerman.
So Garrett Cole just threw. He is not happy.
Was that a strike?
No, it was inside. This is the second time.
Oh man, he's usually a pretty chill dude.
Second time I've seen him do this since we've been on this stream for the last 20 minutes or so. But very unhappy with the umpire's calls. Just walked off the mound thinking he got a strikeout. Oh, he got that one.
Well, he got that punch out. That was a strike. That's Adam Eaton, right?
Yeah.
So Ryan Zimmerman, first draft pick, and in the first World Series game in Washington Nationals history, he hit a home run for their first run scored.
Yeah.
It was that's super cool stuff.
That's baseball.
Yeah, man.
We talk about
that stuff happens in baseball.
That is baseball for you. It's the best.
He's been with them for
For Joe Ross right there, it's the worst. Is his name Joe Ross?
Yeah.
Wow. What a name.
What a name.
What a name. Why don't you tell the viewers about your...
Our off-season plans?
Sure.
Or what were you going to say?
That's fine. The book thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
So I recently discovered a new baseball author. I'm going to find her to make sure I get her name right.
He's fuming.
He got a sort of borderline strike 3 call there. I think he should probably chill out. Diane Firstman.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This is a cool stat that they just showed. Garrett Cole, pitching for the Astros right now, is 40-0 with a 4-run lead. With a 4 or more run lead.
Sure.
Okay. Go on.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Recent follower of mine, she's at Dianagram. Her name's Diane Firstman. She's written a book called The Hall of Name, Baseball's Most Magnificent Monikers, from the Only Nolan to Van Lingle Mungo and more. So it's coming out just before the season starts next year. And I reached out to her, and we're expecting a review copy in January.
Yeah, before it gets released.
So you'll see a book review. Possibly we'll see if we can figure out a live interview.
Half Mental book review. This show
it's really, really booming. It's going to be fun.
If you are one of potentially 5 people still on this, you're part of something.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here.
We're here for you guys.
We're here for you.
No, it'll be fun. There's a lot of...
Oh, whoops-a-doodle.
There's a lot of silly names in baseball. It is actually one of the... they're in the fridge.
Oh. You think you can hold your own here?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess so. I just got so nervous, though.
You got this, Dan.
Baseball's silly names are a true part of the lore of the game. Oh, man. This is our first time, guys.
Thanks, man. So I'll never forget this, but this is so sad. But I remember, in 8th grade, one of my friend's moms was like, I played baseball, and she's like, "Oh, Pagano." That sounds like
it's a baseball name.
That is a baseball name. And I remember at that moment, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. It's official." Like, I don't really have to work for it anymore because
I'm gonna make it.
That was the moment it all went south for me.
That's when Holt gave up.
Yeah.
Decided to rest on his laurels.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe check out a video game or two. See what happens.
You know what else is fun? Video games.
Yeah. I got a pretty good video game name, turns out.
So the baseball Brit today brought up, speaking of names.
Did you take your mic off?
Oh, it fell. You never put it back on.
Thank you. Yeah.
The baseball Brit, who we've talked about a couple times this year, he brought up that he's never met anyone named Garrett in real life, which is the first name of Garrett Cole. Yeah, and I don't know if he was talking about the specific spelling of Garrett, which is Garrett Cole spells Gerrit. We share one Garrett that we know in common.
Yep, I know a Garrick.
So that was interesting, I thought. I think it is, and actually, he was asked about his name. Actually, I think I saw this on Dianagram now. It's like a very Dutch name, that spelling.
Really?
Yeah.
Soto just made good contact, but right to George Springer.
Soto is the real deal, man.
I know.
He looks mad about that one.
Yeah.
Did you see Rendon's postgame interview?
He looks mad. Everyone's mad tonight.
It's, high stakes baseball, guys.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I feel like I haven't heard much from Rendon this series.
I don't know that I've ever actually seen an interview with Rendon now that you say it that way. But
he's going to be a Dodger next year.
You think so?
Yeah. Justin Turner's going to play first base.
Yeah, I mean, they might as well do that.
We do this thing where we pick up key players from teams that eliminate us in the postseason the year before.
Yeah, hopefully Rendon works out better than Joe Kelly.
Yeah. Maybe Rendon will let the game-winning RBI go between his legs or something.
So the story of the postseason so far has, in a lot of ways, been hitting with runners in scoring position.
Right.
And I obviously don't have the stats in front of me, but the Nats have been 1 for 24. The numbers are terrible. It was actually 2 for 20 now that I think about it. I think. And so the reporters were they asked a couple very similar questions to Rendon in a row, what are you doing? How do you approach that? And he's like, you just try to get a hit next time. You just keep working, and we want to get a hit every time we're up there. They're like, but what specifically, what kind of things can you do to get hits in those situations? He goes, well, if you're familiar, they're called bats. They're big. Nice. Hold on. And he grabbed one out from his locker and he goes, they're kind of they're shaped, they're like this, and you want the ball to hit kind of right in here. Really, right here is the best spot. That's where you want they're made of wood. He was and then the reporters totally started playing along, oh, what kind of wood are they made of? He's like, mine are maple. I use maple bats.
That's hilarious.
It was really good. And they were bad questions by the reporters.
So,
big moment, NLCS MVP, Howie Kendrick up to bat with a man on, 2 outs in the 4th.
Was he the NLCS MVP?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
He hit a big grand slam.
That was the DS.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think he was the NLCS MVP, though.
Hot shot to Correa. Handles it with ease.
Altuve has a... Did he get on base last night, actually? I didn't see an update. Altuve had a 24-game postseason on-base streak. I need to see if he got on base yesterday.
So Altuve had for his standards, had a frustrating year. And how cool is it that he's having the postseason he's having?
He got a couple hits yesterday, so. Yeah, so, Altuve is a guy, he had that injury a season ago, and he's not what he once was anymore, probably. But luckily what he was
so good.
Was an MVP candidate. So he can settle in and just be really good for a while.
Right.
And he probably will.
We talk about other players like this, you would take an Altuve at 70% over The majority of the
Howie Kendrick
the majority of the league at 100%.
Yeah, and Altuve's on base tonight. So I think that gets his streak to 26 games.
Who is this, bro?
It's the Patriot Auto Group.
Of course.
For those who watch us and don't subscribe to The Athletic, Grant Brisbee did did an article on the 5 worst postseason commercials.
Oh, that's funny.
And Grant Brisbee is required reading. He's hilarious. And he really breaks it down.
Nice. I want to watch that. Yeah. I noticed something really funny, also embarrassing, but I'm just going for it.
Man, all right. Sorry. While we're on World Series commercials, I want to eat these sandwiches from Papa John's.
I know.
More than I want to eat Papa John's pizza.
Yeah. And
that sandwich looks delicious.
But you know that's just a pizza folded in half and then cut.
That's okay.
So
who wants to eat that sandwich, guys?
Yeah, throw us a like. So I don't know if you saw like the big to do during like especially the division series about Utz chips. Like doing all the sponsorships.
Utz was all over the place in the division series, but now they're gone.
Yeah, I mean Utz doesn't get you a championship series or a World Series. Utz is the TBS. Utz is like Memorial Day cookout. Like
I don't think I've ever bought an Utz product in my entire life.
They're huge in the Northeast.
Oh, really?
I don't know that we even like get Utz here.
I don't know.
But anyway,
I hear they're better than nuts.
Nuts?
Utz. They're better than nuts.
Well, they're chips.
That's the line, I think.
Okay. That's a ridiculous. That's their
tagline. Yeah, Utz. It's better than nuts.
Wow. Is that really?
I think this is from a Mad Men episode, actually. Now that I'm working through this in real time.
Yeah, I don't think that's their real slogan because then I could just be like, Holtz shirts. They're better than your underwear.
That's not the same thing.
I don't know. I think it's very similar.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this might be getting long. But I was going to say, I was watching a show with Ann on Friday night. Kind of an embarrassing show to say in front of everyone. But I was watching.
It was 90 Day Fiancé. Uh-huh.
This Is Us. I wish it was that show is ridiculous.
This Is Us is okay.
I was watching This Is Us, and they like come out of the grocery store and they're just holding all these, and it was like so.
Oh, that's funny because they're from. And they're supposed to be in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
And I was like, man, what is Utz up to?
Are Utz even nationwide? We don't know, Justin.
Justin, Google. Can you find out for us?
Justin fact checked us in real time.
Yeah. You don't have to. We're not trying to put anyone to work here. We're just trying to relax on Sunday night. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you can get Utz in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Maybe not.
But they're apparently.
Then why did they advertise to me?
I know so aggressively, and then they go to This Is Us. Like they're having. They must hire someone in marketing.
Yes, somebody new came in.
All right, we got to push our Utz to people that love baseball and like to cry a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, people who like to be emotionally manipulated and watch This Is Us.
Good one.
Man, I felt good about that as it came out.
That was a good joke. All right.
Road team is the series 4-0. The road team has scored 7.3 runs a game this series. That's wild.
That is wild. I guess that 13-run game for the Nationals
that would have skewed it a little bit.
Helped that stat.
Should we wrap up a little bit? Probably.
I mean, I feel like we should. Maybe we should have done it a while ago.
Should we just live here now?
This is great. Yeah, do you guys... Who's interested...
Who's interested in a 96-hour live stream?
And a live stream throughout the postseason just to... I mean...
Did we just become webcam girls?
No. Okay. We should have wrapped up.
Eastern U.S.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. There you have it. Heard it here first on Half Mental from our correspondent, Justin Paulson.
In the field,
live with Utz
CEO. They're better than nuts.
They're better than nuts. They're Holtz shirts and they're not your underwear.
All right, so the World Series is likely going to wrap up Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes.
We will be with you for a World Series wrap up.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
We're not sure.
It's a busy week.
It is.
In my world.
It is in mine as well. There's Halloween.
Yeah, so Halloween's Thursday. That's going to be the big impediment.
Right. Trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Possibly snow here.
That's true. We're potential for snow flurries.
Got a snowflake in the forecast.
A lot of our viewers maybe going to see freezing temperatures for the first time.
Yep. Just know that if we're not with you before then, we'll be with you sometime after then.
Sure.
We're really liking the live format, so we might just go live
all the
from
time
here on out because I wasn't really editing anything anyway, so it makes more sense.
Yep.
But for now, also we'll update if we decide. We talked about Tuesday, and I know we talked about doing either tonight or Tuesday. But I suppose maybe we could shoot for like...
You want to do Tuesday?
45 minutes on Tuesday.
We can maybe do Tuesday.
So keep an ear open for Tuesday. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of this game. It's far from over. There's a lot of baseball left. But right now, Houston has a commanding 4-0 lead. Now with George Springer on first base.
Yeah, man. The Nets have 15 outs left, though.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's a lot
That's
of baseball.
Lot.
But if the Astros win this game, we may only have 9 innings of baseball left.
Yeah.
Before the dark winter rolls in.
I'm ready. I'm like ready to talk off season though. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about that I'm avoiding because I want to give the World Series its due.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in baseball.
I'm really excited to get my hope back and then get my heart broken again.
That's what it's for.
Super
That's
healthy.
why baseball exists.
Super healthy. Cheers.
Cheers, gang.
Thanks for joining us. You got it?
I got it.